Buongiorno everyone, welcome to a freezing evening here in the Toon. St James's Stack behind me. We are an exclusive event for MAG's members. There's going to be executives from Newcastle's board there. There's going to be some players for the men's and women's teams. I'm very, very excited for this one. So let's take you inside. I'm not sure how much footage we can get, how much content we can capture, but we'll try our best and I'll fill you in on what happened after the event.
You could try after 6:15 when we see how many people are
Oh, I'm on the hard stuffs, like, to keep us warm. Tell you what, it's chocker in here, like. Last time they did this event, they did like a VIP bit upstairs. Now they did. Loads of people in here. Not sure how exclusive it is. I think everyone who's got a MAG's membership got invited. Good to see you though. Obviously the Stacks will be thriving tonight, make plenty of money. And interested to see who comes out on stage. Ex-Toon players are here. Pappy CC, Shola, Darren Eales is here. A few of the execs. All up here. Good crack so far. Well then, what a class night that was. It's actually still going on behind me at St James's Stack. A couple of the women players are about to go on stage, and then they're going to have Pappy Cisse, Shola, some of the ex-players that you would have seen on the video there on stage. But I have got to shoot off now to the next event. Why was this on the same night? Pete Graves now has got his event at the Hilton Hotel that he's kindly invited us to with Philip Albert, Peacock, Steve Watson, Beresford. So I'm looking forward to that one. This should be good as well, but I'll probably come back to you and do a video in the morning recapping this event because there was some quality conversations, but unfortunately I couldn't film anything. The club wouldn't let us do that. Couldn't capture anything on the stage or anything. But I'm allowed to obviously tell you what happened if you weren't at the event. So I'll come back to you in the morning about that, because Big Keg now is waiting to pick me up to head to the Hilton. Right then people, there is a little interval here at the Pete Graves Gala night here at the Hilton Hotel with ex-Newcastle players Philip Albert, Steve Watson, Peacock and Beresford. Quality night so far, filled up a nice 3-course dinner. Oh, feeling fat, feeling stuffed, feeling fluey. But the show must go on. And I tell you what, let's talk about the show that was at St James's Park tonight. I see, unfortunately, I couldn't film anything and include what was said at the event, but obviously I can talk about it. So, I have to start off by saying Mitchell is an absolute geezer. Mitchell's crack was brilliant. He was coming out with some fantastic one-liners. He was coming out with some honesty. You know, he was really, really good. Mitchell, I thought he spoke very, very well. I tell you what, none of that matters. Let's just sign somebody players. So he can speak as well as he likes. That's not his job. His job is to sign players and sell players. So hopefully that improves and he sorts that out in January. But I was impressed with him. I was impressed with the event. Like I say, I only seen it until the women players came on. I didn't see the likes of Pappy Cisse come on because I came here as I had it arranged with Pete Graves. And it's been a great night so far. His events always are. So, listen, I've met Cisse and stuff before anyways. I was really interested in the current format. What's going on with the regime, what's going on with the club, and I'm sure that's why a lot of you are going to be watching this video. So let's talk about, first of all, Mitchell and exactly what he said. And it was interesting that he said it was an interesting start to his career at Newcastle United. And he said he shouldn't have came in during a transfer window. He said he shouldn't have came in during a transfer window. It was very difficult. We couldn't get things done. And he also mentioned the fact of obviously having to sell the likes of Minter and Anderson, and he praised the club for doing that. He actually praised them because he said, well, I had to. But he says we don't want to get in that situation again. And on PSR and stuff and on FFP, he was joking. He also said that he might have to come to the Stack every day and get full of paint and spend a fortune in there so we can actually buy some players, because that obviously goes towards PSR and FFP. The revenue we make at Stack St James's Park helps towards obviously the club's overall income. So that was great crack from him. And listen, he was honest, he was great. I won't give too much away, so you know, you can the exclusivity of it and all that. So but I thought, you know, Mitchell spoke very well, and I'm excited to see how he gets on. Listen, he did come to the club with high pedigree. There was high expectations of him, so I'm excited to see how he gets on, and hopefully in January he can get amongst it and he can start signing some players and getting rid of some of the deadwood, getting rid of some players as well. That's the big thing, and he obviously made a point of it, you know, not being fit for purpose, the transfer window and the transfer policy at the club. So let's see how he changes that. And he also did take the mick out of that whole Eddie Howe saga that was going on this summer. He said he was quite amused and entertained by it. He said every morning he would get up and refresh his phone and refresh it. He says he doesn't really use social media, but he would check it out to see who was saying what about him and Eddie Howe and making up the stuff about others speaking, other not speaking. So he came out and said, listen, I don't need to speak to Eddie Howe all the time. He's an elite coach. I'm doing my job, but we do get on, and there was never this whole beef that was trying to be portrayed in the media. That was his words. That was he saying. So he squashed Eddie Howe stuff. He said about the transfer strategy and the transfer policy. I didn't hear him talk specifically about, we'll go back in for gear, what's the plan in January. I don't think he's going to talk about that, but he obviously says we are in the market, we are going to be active, and we are trying to grow the club, and PSR and FFP is a problem, and we need to try and find a way around that, which leads us on nicely to the stadium talk. And this was one of the bits that was really interesting, because I've never met Brad Miller before, Newcastle CEO. He is in charge of the infrastructure. He has been purposely brought in for the likes of training ground and stadium redevelopment or relocation. And he was asked about this, and there was actually a survey that he committed on the night there. On stage, he said, hands up option 1, extend the stadium. Hands up option 2, move to a new stadium. And he was shocked when the majority of people in the stack, 2,000 people there, put their hand up for option 2. More people wanted a new stadium than redevelop the current St James Park. So let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with that. He was quite stunned. He even turned, shall I say it, the Silverstone into Darren Eales, and was like, wow, can you believe this? And mentioned the fact that a year ago they did a survey and 70% of people wanted to stay at St James Park. That has definitely shifted now. I don't know if it's because people are obviously realising that to compete and to get around FFP, and we need to increase income, PSR and all that, a new stadium is the answer. That seems to be the way now, and I think people are realising that, and obviously a lot of people are missing out on tickets as well. So he was shocked by that, and he says, listen, there is plans ongoing. We know the feasibility study will be complete and will be announced early next year, January, February. We will know whether there will be a new St James's or a redevelopment. He said they have looked extensively at both, and both offer opportunities and challenges. He said he has looked at, extending St James Park. He says it's great that there is already 52,000 seats there, and the history and the iconicness of the stadium. However, he has looked at potential sites, and they are looking at avenues down that way where they do build a brand new stadium. So anything, he didn't tell me which one's going to happen. Obviously he wasn't going to do that. It's all NDA, it's all classified stuff, so we'll wait and see. For me, again, it sounds like they're going to lean toward the stadium. I said it all along. I said that's what's going to have to happen, and now there's even talks of looking at certain sites. And he did say, Brad Miller stated that it would not be out the city centre. It would not be out the city centre. It would still be in the city centre. They would never take it too far, he said, actually, to be fair. He says they wouldn't want to stretch the elastic band, I think was his phrase, too far. So it would at least be in or very close to the city centre, the new stadium. So those are the two main takeaways from that event this evening. There was also other good bits and pieces. It was really good to hear from the executives on stage, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, it could have been a little bit better. Could have done a little bit more, little tweaks and stuff, and the way things were managed and that. But it was good. It was a really good event, and at least the club are putting on there, and they're being transparent with us lot, and they're letting us know their ideas and plans. So that was good to hear from them. And I just want to finish off the video by saying a massive ton of respect towards Darren Eales. He is still attending events like this when he has got a serious major illness. So fair play to that bloke. It speaks volumes of his character that he is still turning out to events like this and still speaking with fans, greeting fans and everything else as we look to find a replacement for him. So obviously wishing him all the best going forward with his battle there. And yeah, just a credit to him really that he came out tonight and attended that event, and credit to everyone else that was there. It was good to meet loads of you who stopped me and had a bit of crack with us as well. So yeah, I enjoyed that event there at St James's Stack, and I'm now going to go back in and enjoy part 2 of this event with some of the entertainers. So cheers for watching, people. Drop your thoughts below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.